All right, welcome back in. This time Barb gets to say it. He began his comedy career when he was in graduate school. At that time, he focused a lot on political comedy, and now he has moved on to many other things.
The fun in football. Isn't that great?
Exactly.
You may have heard him on the Bob and Tom show, and we welcome Costaki Economopoulos. There you go. I knew I would get it. Third try.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry, you had to get started right.
Well, they tell me to change my name, and it just feels weird to come up with a fake name to try to reveal yourself on stage. So I just hung in there with it, but I get it. It's a weird one.
I think it's good as long as you're not going to say you mispronounced my name.
Not at all. No, I think it's fun, and people remember you.
You've had fun all of your life with that, I imagine.
It's always fun. They can't remember it, but when they hear it, they go, "Oh, I know that guy."
Economopoulos.
That's it.
Okay, now see, I've got it.
The biggest name in comedy.
All right, so a guy who grew up in the Atlanta suburbs goes to New York.
I went to New York, yeah. I like it now. It took me a while to get adjusted, but now I can walk to everything. We walk to school, drop off the kid, we walk to the grocery store. I love New York.
You did kind of start out in political comedy or satire.
Yeah.
Why did you make that switch over to something like football?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. My buddy and I started together, Tom Simmons, and he's actually worked this club too. And Tom used to give me a hard time because I was trying to put a statement in all of my jokes. He was like, just write something funny. And he turned into be a social commentary sort of comic later. He's doing that now, and I went the other way.
You just traded places.
I found it to be an expensive thing to do in terms of capital, right? You're talking to a crowd, you bring up politics. First of all, some of them are annoyed just that look, they came here to get away from that.
Half of them want to walk out. Whatever you're saying.
Like anything but that, no.
And by the time you polish a good joke about politics, it's over. It feels old. So I just found, and I got a little bit kind of tired of that subject myself, and I've got a kid now and a wife, and I ended up talking more about my personal life. I found it to be more interesting anyway.
Yeah. All right. So Costaki, you mentioned you have been to comedy off Broadway before, and it's been a long time. And
well, yeah.
They still have your picture.
They still have my picture. There's a picture of me from 20 years ago in there. It's kind of funny to see it and think about those old days. But I've been back since, but it's been a while. Okay. This is one of the great clubs. If people don't know that about this is a gem in the comedy universe. Comics look forward to coming to this club.
I always hear that. Why is that? Is it because it's, just kind of a nice atmosphere?
Yeah, there's so many factors that go into it. But number one is that it's run by a guy who cares about the process. Sometimes you go into a comedy club, and it's just because they didn't get a permit for something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this club is really run by a guy who loves the process, loves comics. The sound is good. The layout's good. They book good comics, so people who like good comedy come back for that. The hotel is good. It's just like they just treat comics well. So it's a pleasure to be back here.
Well, we're glad you are.
Tonight at 8 o'clock, 7:15, then Friday 7:15 and 9:45, and 2 shows on Saturday night as well. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
A little snow for you out there, right?
A little snow, yeah. Don't scare them away too much.
That's right.
Yeah. And